Hey, girl. Hey. Did you know this is the only part of the podcast that my husband can hear when we're recording?
Is that part when you're like ridiculously
When I'm
loud?
ridiculous, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, I'm always ridiculous.
You are actually always it's part of your brand.
I was on the phone on the train from DC. It was just actually it was out of Philly coming in Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay.
Because I had to go into Trenton.
Why did you take a train again?
Anyway,
Sorry.
I wanted to.
My husband was genuinely wanting to know. You were
I,
like,
I
"What?"
want. I was tired, so tired of. Oh God, this chair. Here we go. I was very tired. Oh, I can lean back now. That's more better. I was more tired of airports
Okay.
and like, in a train, you can like get there 15 minutes before and still have time to take a shit before you get into the train.
It's true. That's very
So,
true.
so that's what I did. Um, yeah. So anyway, I was on the phone with my coworker, and I was talking really loudly, and the conductor told me to be quiet.
Oh no.
And then I looked around, and I realized I was not in a quiet car. Furthermore, the woman in front of me, not 20 minutes earlier, was hooting and hollering on her phone when her girlfriend decided to dump him because he wasn't worth it.
Did you let the conductor have it?
Nah, girl, he was twice my size.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
So what's new with you, girl? Why don't you tell
Well,
me something good?
get let's see. I had a really great weekend. One of my old friends came to visit, which was really nice.
Do I know this old friend?
I don't think you ever met him in real life. It was my friend Antoine. I don't think you ever met him in real life.
No.
Um, he was here for a shout out to Amoy Allure Hair Products, right there. It's like a wig making company that does like human hair wigs. Not sponsored, but shout out. And they had a
If
big.
they want to sponsor, you know.
I mean, like for real, they have they had a, like when you see on TV, they have like those black hair shows with like all like the helicopter hairs and all like
Girl,
all of
I
those.
love that TV show.
That was here this weekend.
Did you go to it?
So no, because I had originally thought I was going to, and then tickets were $70. And then it was another $35 to actually go to the hair show. I was like, I'll just watch it on Netflix. To be very honest. But then it got a little weird because one of my friends in Miami Beach, that's like one of the drag queens, she got booked for the Sunday night show.
Uh huh.
I guess they're gonna have a show, and then that show got canceled. So then I was like, what is going on here with these folks? So I'm actually kind of glad I didn't go because did not seem right.
Girl, speaking of things not being right, let me tell you what happened at the Washington D.C. train station.
You had your lips so ready. I thought you were going to say the Walmart. I was like, oh, I love
No,
Walmart stores.
as we were parked, because they change in engines at Washington D.C. Right?
They change
They
engines?
change engines. They go from the gas powered to electric, and because they go
Oh,
much faster. Like as soon as you get to DC, you go like you max out 80 miles an hour south of DC. After DC, you max out. It's like 150 miles an hour. It's
okay.
insane. Yes. So outside while this was going on, I heard, "What are you doing? Get off that train." I got a ticket. No, you don't. Get off that train. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do get off that train. Pulled her down off that train while her husband, why are you touching my wife? Don't you dare touch my wife. Where y'all trying to go? We're trying to get on this train. That train's going heading toward New York. Y'all are trying to head south. Where are you trying to go? Because that is not your train. Well, I got this ticket. It's got a coupon. I'm sorry, sir. That coupon is already, you've already missed this train. I don't know what you're going to do. I'm just telling you that there were a lot more, it was a lot more than what I just described right there.
Oh no, I was filling in the gaps mentally.
And let me just tell you, all of the conductors just kept on saying, where are you trying to go? And they never really answered.
That seems strange. Maybe they're star-crossed lovers that are trying to make a break for it, and they're just going wherever the train takes them because they have a coupon.
You know what I think they were doing? I think they were leaving on that midnight train to Georgia.
Except it's going north.
Yeah, girl, they got mixed up and tried to head back where they were going.
Midnight train to Georgia. No, this is going to New Jersey. Oh,
it was number 80, the Carolinian, which starts at Charlotte and goes all the way up to New York City.
I done got on the wrong train. Oh, I should have listened to those people.
Then we had a white couple.
Not a white.
A white couple that came back from coach into business class. The porter came up to him and was like, sir, you do not have a business ticket. Would you please turn around? And like after they'd sat down in a couple of empty seats, he's like, I have a coupon to be back here. All these coupons everywhere. I don't understand what's going on.
What's all these train coupons?
And
is this to save you right? What is happening
and
right now?
he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So the man started to lose it. He's like, would you please come with me? Took him into the dining car as the woman, good job woman, just grabs the stuff, mumbles under her breath, I knew we didn't have business class seats, and goes back over to the other side where she's supposed to be. And he's like showing his coupon. He's like, I don't know what this coupon is, but it's not for Amtrak. So
it's from the escapades.
Girl, Amtrak is a wonder. You really should take it.
Like all these stories right now, I'm really like, oh.
I'd really see. Doesn't it make you want to do it? Doesn't it make you want to do it?
Yeah, no, I would have to do it by myself because my other half would not be into it, but I'm kind of into it.
Girl, what we should do is we should take it to New York. Like you come up here and we just ride all the way up to New York.
Yeah.
Maybe even in drag.
Yeah.
Or maybe
we'll do like a show for them in the cars.
Or like maybe just in the drag that I'm in right now, a turban and a dress.
That is your drag.
I usually throw in a little bit of makeup, but yeah. I said a little bit.
Okay, that's true. You just say a little bit. I was like, define a little bit, girl.
Girl, speaking of define a little bit, did you know we have Patreon?
No, what?
Dear listeners, if you want to throw us some money, please go to patreon.com. Mims and Maim. And to our dear patrons, I just thought I'd let you know that next Friday, pew, 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 pew,
Pew, pew, pew.
the first one will be released. I'm going to release a whole list of them this week in the order they're going to come out, and our first one will be out next Friday.
Yay!
Yay! So it'll be like your Labor Day joy.
Yes. Is that a thing?
Girl, I'm so tired.
Do people have joy at Labor Day?
I'm so tired. Don't forget you have next Monday off.
Yes!
That's the joy. Hey,
right
Maim.
What?
Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know? Did you know that we have another podcast? It's called Baking Sugar. It's a Designing Women podcast. It really is in the doldrums of Designing Women right now, but we're making it through one episode at a time.
Doldrums of Designing Women. I mean, I'm sure some people will like those episodes. Like,
know if they do.
If not, they can switch over to this one.
Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
We do?
We do. It is, good Lord, I didn't write that down. It is at mimsandmaim.com.
Are you all right? You having a stroke?
Yeah, no. I just looked at my notes and realized something.
Okay.
Oh, God. I know. I don't even have you up right now.
Unexpected pause.
It's not a pause. There we go.
I almost grabbed a Pringle.
You almost grabbed a Brindles?
A Pringle.
Brindles.
Oh, Brindles. Oh.
Yeah.
That's where I got my first computer.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know they sold computers.
Commodore 64.
Was the one Hickory?
Yes, it was.
I love that one.
I didn't know. I think I only ever went to that one and the one in Charlotte. Like, I never really went to any other ones.
Girl, there was one in Statesville forever.
Oh my gosh, you're right. There was one in Statesville.
Yeah, there was one in Statesville.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That didn't last very long, did it?
It lasted for quite a while.
I mean, nothing in Statesville's lasted for.
No.
When someone says quite a while, I'm like at least thinking like a decade. I'm
but
like,
girl, you know what has lasted quite a while in Statesville? That Merle Norman. Those Merle Normans have been. There has been a Merle Norman store in Statesville.
That's all it will survive the apocalypse right there. Apocalypse, it'll be Merle Norman, cockroaches, and Cher. There you go.
That's right. And you know where Cher's going to get her makeup at?
Merle Norman,
and
girl.
You know who it's going to be done by? The cockroaches. Girl, this is season 2, episode 7. A Lady in the Lake.
Now I'm gonna probably have a dream about that.
Isn't that great? Isn't that?
Oh my god!
I want to see that cartoon.
Oh, cockroach! Oh, I gotta find. I got invited to one of those AI art things that they have.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go stick this in like that AI art thing and see what it comes out with.
So I do have a question before we keep going. I know that I started a little bit too, but then we'll get to the episode second. Did you listen to the Britney Spears Elton John song?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're at a lake house. And there's a woman looking out the window.
She's got a air about her, doesn't she?
She does have an air.
Very sophisticated.
Well, Gomez and JB pull up.
Well, hey Gomez, good to see you again. I guess you're in a good guy role again this time.
Well, kind of. He's still a little creepy. His name is Harry, just to remind everybody. And we find out that the woman's name is Grace. Yes. She's leasing this property. It's a hotel, and Harry's hoping to sell it to her.
Ah.
So now we pan inside of this place, and it's a poorly decorated inn with pictures of Edgar Allan Poe everywhere.
Everywhere.
To which my husband said, this inn could really use a Sugar Baker's crossover.
Oh, wow. That would have been really a good episode.
Yeah.
Mary Jo could have been like, I have sketches. And Jessica's like, I have a murder. And then it's like, let's... Then there's like some clue that Mary Jo accidentally sketched while she was sketching out designs for a room, and Jessica sees it. She's like, that wasn't like that. Well, it was like that when I looked at it. Like, what? Yeah. Ooh. We should write a fan fiction about this one.
Oh, we could. So we meet Grace inside. We actually formally meet her.
Hello.
And we find out it's called the Stone Lake Inn.
Mm, mm.
And we go up to JB's room. After she's checked in, we go up to JB's room and look around. There's another little portrait of Edgar Allan Poe.
They're everywhere.
Girl, did you know there's an Edgar Allan Poe house in North Carolina?
Like a house that he used to live in?
Funny story, it's not that Edgar Allan Poe. It's somebody named after him.
What?
Yes, girl. Yes. Yes.
Oh, my Lord. That is the most North Carolina thing
Ain't it
ever
though?
in a long
Ain't
time.
it though? Dear listeners, I love this Bobo state I'm from. It really is just a miracle and wonder. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're absolutely not. Oh.
So
Every time.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna tell you, every time people at karaoke happen to be from the state, they look at me almost like the people that escaped over the Berlin Wall. They all have their look like, "Oh, you've lived here for how long? Like you were born there?"
Yep.
I'm like, yes, y'all, you can get away.
I mean, but why would you want to?
Well, I mean, if you could just get on a plane and come down there, right? The cost of living's better, so you can at least come visit.
But cost of living's better where? Here or there?
No, up there, yeah.
Kinda.
Well, I mean,
it's
parts.
getting worse. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, do we really want to go to those parts?
No, girl. I mean, that's why I left them parts. Kenny.
Girl, my friends, I'll use that term, my friend's brother, that's better, has a, I don't even know if he's married, but has a child-in-law, a stepchild, a something. Obviously a homosexual. He's 7, but he's obviously...
Oh, no, already?
They just moved from Raleigh to Bailey, North Carolina.
Oh, no.
Population, nothing. They have 4 cops in the entire town. If that tells you the size of the town.
Yes.
And Bailey's the biggest city in Nash County. They live in the northern suburb of Bailey.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I'm like, this poor kid, I hope and pray that they just try to convert him and don't try to bully him.
That makes me sad.
Uh-huh.
We don't often talk about this, but we actually have a lot of friends whose children are starting to become of a certain age that some of them have some traits, and it's becoming, the older they get, the more it's hard for me to ignore the traits, and I'm often like trying to feel like, should I reach out? Should I just like,
nah, girl.
Yeah, I mean, I always land on the no, I won't do that. But like every so often, I'm like,
you've got to think those that would, how do I put this? Those that would talk about it already have gay people in their lives that they could.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
The kids have already been around gay people.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So
this is like, we got some middle schoolers now around, with our high school friends and high schoolers, and yeah, it's just, I hope and pray that our like former classmates and friends, like, I just hope that they are good parents in that way. Like,
I think how do I put this? I think the ones that we think would be are, and the ones that we don't think would be aren't.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it was kind of self-explanatory when we were in high school.
Girl.
What?
No, it's very true.
I could probably list the ones that mentally abuse their wives. Just from the way they acted in high school.
Speaking of that, this assortment of people in this house are very weird this time.
We aren't even there yet, girl.
No, I'm just saying, like, that made me think of that. I'm like, this is a weird assortment of people in this particular episode.
So Grace looks out the window and then leaves. And so that means, of course, JB's going to go look out that window.
She also looked very bothered.
She looked very bothered. And it's a woman and a hunk. His shorts are so short
Oh, it's amazing. I was like,
It leaves nothing to suspect.
I think what was great, I forgot about those types of shorts, especially
Uh-huh.
on tall men.
Uh-huh.
Like, like in hindsight, even I like without being like slut shaming, right?
Uh-huh.
But in hindsight, you're like, wow, there was a time when like tall men would literally wear shorts that were
Mm-hmm.
like boxer briefs are
Yeah.
longer than those
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah.
I mean, what a good time to be alive.
I mean, you used to wear those shorts.
Yes, honey, I used to wear them to the yes, ma'am.
I
Of
remember. I remember. I remember.
course, even on my height though, they still weren't that short.
Well, you know what? You know what? You're right.
Even I
But
mean,
you know
there's a
what?
difference between like me wearing those shorts and then like a man that's like 6'3" wearing those shorts.
So they are outside exercising.
Yes, yes, exercising, quote unquote.
And his name is Jack, and her name is Ms. Jordan.
Hmm.
She's got a nice little pixie cut.
She did actually. I like your hair.
So Grace confronts Jack and says, "Don't go looking for trouble." To which he said, "That's not what I was looking for."
Ooh, he's talking about her naughty bits.
Well, we go inside and we're in like the lobby area or in like the lounge area, and we meet God Padre Burton Hollis from MASH. No, his name's Burton Hollis in this. He's the Padre from MASH.
Yep.
He shows up. Hey, JB. I was in a conference with you. Do you remember who I am?
Oh, Burton, I don't, but do you need a lozenge?
I really got yeah, because I forgot my halls ain't here today, so this is gonna hurt in the morning. I like bird watching a lot. Them
Wow.
birds. Oh my god.
Not creepy at all. Your throat is gonna be so messed up tomorrow.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
So then we see a couple arguing,
Lord Dewey.
and we meet Sandy. Yo, Sandy, can we get some tea and cookies? And she's like, sure. That's pretty much all we see of Sandy this entire time.
Yep.
The couple is Carolyn and Howard. And Howard is rich.
Very.
Very rich. Kyle comes in from fishing. We meet Kyle. That's Mr. Jordan of Ms. Jordan from just a few moments ago.
Oh, the scandal.
A scandalo.
My goodness.
And then Joanna comes in. She's a hippie.
Hello.
So Howard is like, "Oh, you're JB Fletcher. I never really, I picked up on your book, so I was getting ready to ride an airplane, but I only got it because of the sexy lady on the front, and but it's JB's like, well, my writing never really lives up to the cover, does it?
Which I found was a really cool little that's such a little throwback of remembering when that first book came out and she was talking about the covers. I was like, oh, like it's kind of it's nice that we are we're acknowledging all of that stuff a little bit.
Hey, JB, you want to go
Yes.
bird watching with me at, say, dawn? Or,
All right.
oh, let's say 9 a.m. My girl being like, nah, boo, I am too old and too tired, and you're a priest.
Yeah. What? Oh, he's not a priest on.
He's not a priest here. No, he's definitely not a
Oh,
priest.
I was like, wait a minute.
No, girl, but he'll always be the padre. He will always. I think he won Emmys for that. I could be wrong.
No, he did. He was it was a very, very popular role.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that I'm sure the commercials for this were like guest starring. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Know it was.
So the next morning, we find out that Joanna, as they're going out bird watching, that Joanna jogs naked. I don't like it. It scares the birds. So he hands JB he brings two pairs of binoculars. He hands JB a pair while he goes to look for the nest of this bird. And sends her toward the lake.
Okay.
JB walks the lake. She's walking. She looks over. She sees somebody rowing and rowing and rowing their boat.
Mm-hmm.
They're rowing.
Is that rowing, dear?
This is how you row.
Oh, okay. That's
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
I was like, are you rowing or
I saw the best mug that I nearly bought if it wasn't $8 in shipping that said, it's always time for the percolator.
It's very true. It's very true.
So, Carolyn freaks out on the boat, falls over, and she's dead.
Oh my gosh. Well, this seems like an obvious murder.
Doesn't it, though?
Like, he definitely killed his wife, right?
Yeah. So, it's a little bit later, and the divers can't find her. But hey, Amos girl, you're here. Thanks, Tom Bosley.
My favorite person. As soon as he arrived, I'm like, yeah!
And his constantly changing accent.
Yes! It's so much more southern this time.
It is. JB is an eyewitness. An eyewitness.
Feels like it's open and shut case then, right?
It does.
It's going to be a very short episode.
It really does. Well, Harry shows up and tries to convince Grace, now's the time definitely to buy because there's like some controversy.
This is where it went from like kind of funny to like, dude, you are seriously being creepy now.
Kyle tells the police that Howard didn't ever want to fish, so it's very weird for him to be out on the boat with her. And last night they had a very loud fight.
What?
To which Padre said, I don't like to pay attention, but it was hard not to.
Interesting.
So Amos and JB go to Howard's room, and Doc, another cast favorite,
yes,
gave him, said some of the benzos from the last episode, it seems like.
Yes. When he does that weird thing at the end.
Yeah. So Howard says that Carolyn went crazy, and it couldn't have been him because he can't swim. That's why he stayed in the boat and just like held on like crazy.
Oh, wow.
But Carolyn was a swimming team medal winner.
Oh, wow.
Are you a good swimmer, girl?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I am.
I seem to remember that, but I don't remember that at the same time, right?
Yeah, I did swim team that one year.
Oh, you did swim team?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Let me take that back. I was doing swim team, and I had every intention of being on the swim team until I discovered that the swim team practiced before school.
They do what now?
They practiced before school.
Where at?
At the Y. I was like,
before?
It was like
after?
No, before. It was like a bait and switch. Like, they had the whole like interest meetings and all that stuff after school. You had to drive over to the Y, and then after about, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks, they were like, great, we're gonna switch to our morning practice schedule. And I was like, I'm sorry, what was that? I will drown if I have to swim in the early mornings, y'all. This is not going to work for me. I will respectfully decline even trying to get on this team now. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
I mean, that's why I didn't do band in band in high school, right? Because the marching band. Yeah.
That's why I didn't do it either.
It's ludicrous. They should not, although all schools do it, they should not force you to do marching band.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it either. I was just like, that's really disappointing. Yeah. Because I enjoyed playing the trumpet.
I enjoyed playing saxophone. Now, you know what? If it'd been a slightly cooler environment to where we wouldn't have to be out there at like, 95 degrees where I could fall out. Everything okay?
Girl, I think it's time for Mims and Maim to bring back their trumpet and saxophone.
Girl, do you remember how doing of it?
I mean, it can't be that hard, right?
Girl,
like, we played a long time. We played it for
3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
3 years. How many years ago?
Those 3 years represented a large chunk of our adolescence.
Girl, but yeah,
Ooh, now I wonder. Ooh. Could you imagine?
I've tried it, and let me just tell you, I can't imagine it. It does not turn out well for anyone involved.
We'll get the band back together.
You and me. End of list.
Maybe we should get somebody else. Somebody would have played the drums. We need a drum beat. I need a drum beat.
Ooh, girl, do you remember the song Dark Beat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good song.
Yes. Lord.
Yep.
Trumpet and saxophone. We had all the makings there. If we had just stuck, we had all of the makings there.
Well, Howard passes back out.
Oh, dang it, Howard. Can you just stay awake?
And as they're leaving, JB says she believes Howard.
No. No, this was going to be a quick episode. It was like a filler
So she
episode.
decides to go look for the rowboat.
Jessica.
And we get a little message over the intercom that Noah still can't find the body.
Lord.
So we're at the boathouse. And let's just say that Jack and Miss Jordan are... Jack and Miss Jordan.
Me and Mrs. Jordan.
Mrs. Jordan, Miss Jordan, Miss Jordan, Miss Jordan, Miss Jordan, Miss Jordan. Oh, God. Oh.
One of those 80. I hate the fact that, like you said earlier, 80s hunk, and I'm like, this is what we called hunks back then.
I would have if that hair wasn't so bad.
No, it was all of it to me. It was the face. It was the just blech.
Well, Miss Jordan turns to JB and says, "You don't need to be embarrassed by this." Which JB's like, "I'm not."
She's like, "Girl, I've been around the block. I write the blocks at this point. You can't embarrass me."
So they go inside. Miss Jordan leaves, and there was no fishing equipment taken out.
What?
But JB did find a hook on the bottom of the boat, to which Jack does not know what that's there for.
I mean, oh yeah. Well, if Jack doesn't know, I definitely don't have a suggestion.
Well, Amos meets back up with JB.
Hello, Amos.
And it's a check. She was on the swim team.
Oh.
And JB has a hypothesis. It was Carolyn's idea.
Wait, what?
It was right because she wasn't going to get anything in a divorce. And so she decided to frame Amos to get a big divorce summons.
You're Jessica. It's like
what?
It just jumped around continents and accent.
That's
like
right.
It literally was like all over the
I can do this all the time. Do you like this one? I can do this one. This can be my Jessica from now on.
Oh, no, I can't.
Jessica.
Oh, God, no. It's like a serial killer.
I think we finally found my Jessica.
Oh, jeez.
It's taken so long, but we found Jessica. Jessica J.B. Fletcher.
It's literally like a serial killer.
What?
It's literally
How dare
like
you?
a serial. It doesn't help that you're making that face.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, no.
So Noah says, get down to the north side of the lake pronto.
Noah, he keeps interrupting us.
There's a
Jeez.
body.
Oh, a body?
It's her.
It's who? Oh, the lady.
The
one
lady,
that was...
yes. The lady in the lake with the
But I thought she could
entire
swim.
episode.
I thought she could
Well,
swim.
we're getting to that. That's a couple pages ahead.
Oh, my gosh.
How dare you? How dare you?
Dang it. This is not going to go well. I'm so sorry to the listeners already.
Why's that?
Because the episode's gonna be like an hour and a half now because I'm gonna be just laughing a lot.
So the body's taken away, and the doc said his preliminary report is death by drowning.
I felt like he could be your grandfather in a alternate universe.
So JB says, how does your body get to the north side of the lake? How long would that take without a current or a winch?
So I'm going to give you some notes real quick.
Right.
I love what you're doing here, kid.
But
I love it.
But it's hard to understand.
It is hard to understand some of the words.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, I am all for it. I think that this new direction that we're going in right now. I'm all
Is
for
it better if I put out here? It's just make it better.
I'm not going to say the word better, just louder.
Does it make any sense to understand?
Wow, Jim Carrey is getting really mad right now.
Well, I'm funnier than him. Is that what you're saying?
No, she's starting to sound more and more like Fireman Derek.
Oh
every
my
time
God, that is what that is.
It's every time you talk, it gets more and more like that. And that's what I mean. The face you were making and everything, I was like, I don't know if
you have to make that face in order to do that. That's how you make your.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was like, I don't know if he realizes that he's channeling that right now.
Goodness me, she got to this. Yeah. Okay, I'll stop it.
No, I mean you don't have to stop. You just have to enunciate better.
Do you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard that is? A, I have homo voice anyway. B, I am trying to do it with a weird lisp. Combo of lisp plus lisp equals lisp.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh,
what, my homo voice?
Oh, that's too much. I can't right now. I'm just like.
Well, so we're back at the end.
Okay.
And JB's looking up some birds.
Nice. Birds. Yeah, birds.
So Grace walks down and they just start chit-chatting for a minute. And JB wants to look at the advanced reservations.
Oh.
Howard and someone else use the same phone number.
What?
So Grace leaves to go deal with something, probably Jack at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And she makes a phone call. Ding, 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 ding.
Hello?
It's Joanna's answering machine.
Oh, no.
So we're in Joanna's room now.
Wow. The plot just got super thick.
And she's wearing a robe.
As if she's naked under there.
And JB just like flat out's like, girl. It just confronts her. Like just flat out.
She does actually. This was like one of the ones where she was like, I ain't got time for this right now, so let's just cut to the fat.
So we find out that Joanne worked for Howard. They fell in love with each other. He even put her in a New York apartment, which hopefully was rent control and she's still in it, because if so...
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? What a happy ending that would be.
So it was Carolyn's idea to go on this vacation. He promised Joanne a divorce, but after this vacation, he was like, no, I want to be with Carolyn. So Joanne made a reservation, showed up early to pretend to be a hippie, so that nobody would think anything crazy of her, and to be able to watch them. And Howard was furious when he saw her.
I mean, if I saw the woman that I had been having an affair with and realized that she had gone to this level of, I'd probably upset too.
Yep.
And she showed her goodies off to everybody also.
Not her goodies, girl.
Her goodies, honey. Her goodies running through the woods.
Goodies.
Yeah, like Freddy Krueger was chasing her.
Goodies for everyone.
Goodies.
Goodies for everyone.
Ooh, I could get some goodies powder right now. That would probably be good for me right now.
What? Dear listeners, if you didn't know, goodies powder or BC powder is a powder that you like take for headaches and stuff. It's fast-acting Tylenol is all it is, or fast-acting aspirin.
I tried to explain that to somebody down here one day, and they thought I was kidding. I was like, no. It's a powder. You just take it. And they were like, what do you mean? I was like, no, like you take the little envelope. So obviously I'm in South Florida. So
Yeah.
already
Uh-huh.
their brain is going somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they were like, that sounds like cocaine. It's like, well, it's not. You don't inhale it. Like you swallow, you eat it. But they were literally like,
Yeah.
that. I don't know. How was that even?
I,
How was that even
I have
ever a
never
thing?
taken a BC or goodies.
I have.
Do they work?
They did actually work. The tastes terrible.
Yeah.
It really does. It tastes terrible because there's no fillers or no nothing.
Yeah,
So
it
it's just
is.
like
We
pure
we actually
drug.
did that. We did back in college in chemistry. We've tried to find out how much acetylsalicylic acid was in one of them, because there's salicylic acid, acetylsalicylic acid. One is the active, one's not the active. We did a little experiment to figure out what percentage we could actually get out. It was kind of fun. Yeah,
That sounds fun.
it was easy.
I remember those. Who was it? The race car driver. Not is it Dale
I
Earnhardt?
think Dale Earnhardt
No.
was. Yeah.
No, it was Richard Petty.
No, Rich Petty
Richard Petty.
Rich Petty wasn't BC.
Yeah, Richard Petty was the BC guy.
No, hold on here.
Yeah, Richard Petty used to do those commercials for BT powder.
What did he?
Yeah, because he always had that cowboy hat on and those sunglasses. Yeah.
Hold on here. Goody said Trace Atkins. Richard Petty, you're right.
Yeah,
But-
I loved Richard Petty back then. That was like, I thought to myself, who in the world is this fellow? Because to me, he was basically like the Southern Elton John. Like
Yeah.
he was such a character.
He was.
Rest in peace, Mr. Petty. Rest in peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
So we're at Dove Stand. Part of me just wants to edit that part out. I don't even, but it's going to stay because I'm lazy. So we're at Dove Stand, and the Padre is taking pictures with a Polaroid. Shake it,
Shake it.
like a Polaroid picture. With your Lucy Loos, get on the floor. Get on the
Baby
floor.
dolls.
You know what to do. Anyway,
We are going down that hole.
what
right
is your
quick.
favorite Outcast song?
My favorite Outcast song?
I think mine's
Miss
Hey
Jackson.
Yeah. Is yours Miss
Miss
Jackson?
Jackson.
They're all like
Yeah. Like I just love like I love that song especially just because it's like this very interesting dichotomy of like
Yeah.
the fact that he's singing to technically Erykah Badu's mother. Like
Yeah.
it is such an interesting, I love that about old hip hop world is like all of those lives, they all knew each other. It was all, I don't know if it's still like that, but man, back then, like they all had like this weird shared history.
What's your feeling on Busta Rhymes?
I feel like he is a very talented lyricist, but I think that they turned him into a novelty because
Okay.
he could rap so fast, and it was such an interesting thing
Yeah.
that I started noticing more and more that he was like he would get relegated to like guest spots on
Yeah.
stuff, and it was just like
What was his last really good song? Make Your Body Wet.
yeah,
I
because
mean, that was
he did that
forever
one.
ago.
Yeah, it was that one and that song he did with Janet Jackson.
That was the
It
one
like
with Janet Jackson.
Make Your Body Wet.
Yeah. I'm gonna make your body wet.
I
Make
remember
your
the
body
name of that.
scream again.
No, but that song was called something else though.
I thought it was called Make Your Body Wet.
It's called like What You Want to Do. It's like What You Want to Do or something like that.
Okay, hold on here. Hold on, I don't believe you there. Let's check that one. Then we'll keep Busta Rhymes.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson. Oh, it's what's gonna be.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what.
I did not know that's what's.
How you go ask me about a Janet Jackson thing? Come on now,
Anyway,
don't
the
forget.
Padre is taking the worst pictures ever,
He really is, considering that he's supposed to be an expert.
and he hands one of the pictures of Jack to JB.
Mm-hmm.
And the sheriff is taking Howard away, to which Padre says, Howard hates being cooped up.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you for letting us know that.
So JB gets in the cop car with them, and Howard freak the fuck out.
He's like not okay.
I think he's claustrophobic.
I'm sorry, what was that just?
I think he's claustrophobic. Claustrophobic.
Yes. That time sounded like you said claustro-homophobic.
No, not homophobic. Claustrophobic. And not claustrophobic.
We just lost half of our listeners.
Well, from 5 to 2.
Thank you for that 0.5, everybody. Thank you for the 0.5.
Oh, God. Anyway, so Howard's like, only my psych knows that. How do you know that? And as we learned from Baking Sugar this week, a psych and a psychic and a psychiatrist are the same thing.
Yes.
Howard says he has no relations. JB starts pressing him about his money and inheritance. He's like, he's got no relations. They're all died. He was the last one, except for maybe cousin Arthur, but he's pretty sure he's dead too.
Oh,
yeah.
Cousin Arthur.
Arthur.
Yes.
Wait, no, that's Uncle Arthur.
Uncle Arthur. Cousin Arthur. No, was there Cousin Arthur? No, I was thinking about Cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch. Justice for Uncle Arthur. That character was ahead of his time.
He was. So JB hands Amos the photo of Jack to do a quick check.
Oh, all right.
So the doctor's at the police station. He's like, the autopsy showed mud in her lungs. And Amos like, okay, fine. She fell to the bottom and was still breathing or was held down. And then a bump on her head. Okay, fine. She hit her head on the bottom.
Okay.
With abrasions, yeah.
Uh-huh.
With glass that's not bottle glass.
So it's like a glass bottom boat?
No, it was wooden.
Oh.
Yeah. And she had a bathing suit under the dress.
Whoa.
And Amos is like, damn it. What? This can't be true. And he says something about the neglected wife. And then the music plays and Jess gets it. So the news is in, and Jack has a lot of aliases. And he's wanted for blackmailing a married woman, including attempted murder.
So he's actually not a good guy at all. We just thought he was a horn dog.
Well, now we're at the hotel, and we're watching the Jordans fight as only rich white people can.
Yes.
And so we're now in the lounge, and Amos and JB have shown up, and Amos is talking to Grace. He's like, I have to take him in. You know, Grace is like, there's no way he could have done any of this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I know him very well. And Amos gets ready to say something, and JB's like, oh, no, I think it's a different way. And it's his sister.
Oh, my God. Yeah, because Amos was intimating a level of intimacy.
So, oh no, we need to go down to the boathouse.
What?
Kyle's going after Jack with his gun.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. We're at the boathouse.
Hey, boathouse.
And, like, Noah shows up with his guns ablazing. And Amos is talking.
I love that moment so much.
And Amos like, put that down. And, like, Amos basically talked the gun out of Kyle's hand. And Jack's pecs are then arrested.
Do you need some ice water?
No, I'm good. JB then's like, you know, she was killed by her lover. She took the boat out, had scuba equipment, which Jack forgot to mention was gone.
Oh.
Tied to the bottom of it, put it under the boat, Then put it back to shore.
A hook was there.
Yeah. Howard then took them out. Carolyn faked it. She ran underwater and then comes up to the shore expecting to be in the loving arms of her meek man. And it's the Padre.
No.
He knew about Howard. How JB knew was he knew about Howard, and it's actually Cousin Arthur.
So he's two people in one.
Two people in one. He struck her with the binoculars, hence the glass, and then the Padre completely admits to it. As a little button on the episode, we find out that Grace decided not to buy, and Harry asks what was the first thing that turned Jessica on to knowing about this. I don't believe I can just nest in trees. Don't nest in trees. To which Harry said, yeah, a school teacher taught me that on some of our walks. Do 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 do.
I didn't think that was going to be the button.
Oh, and Edgar Allan Poe falls. Do.
I thought that was going to be the button you mentioned. I think especially Jessica's face when she looks back in like...
Well, girl, did you enjoy this episode?
Yes.
I'm glad. I did too.
I love... all of my favorite elements, right? We got Creepy Gomez, we got Amos, we got the doctor, like anything that involves most of the Cabot Cove citizens, I am going to be about it. And I do think that this one to me was, you could tell they're starting to play around with things a lot more, because this whole the whole idea of Jessica witnessing the murder, I was like, this is actually kind of cool. How they're doing that one, and I felt almost like it had an air about it, kind of like Columbo-ish, right? Where it's kind of like, well, you see it, and then we're going to work it backwards. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool, actually.
Well, May, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Sure. So, hello, dear listeners. Hello. It's I, your favorite relation, the Auntie Maim. You can find me on Instagram at Auntie_Maim. That's MAIM. You can find me on Twitter at Maim. You can find me in real life. I perform around South Florida. I have a weekly karaoke cabaret show called Amazing Colossal Karaoke at Killer Idol in Miami Beach every Thursday night. You can find me performing with the Villain Theater Improvised Comedy Theater in Miami. You can find out more about them at villaintheater.com. And you can find me hosting the Black Market Festival every other month in Fort Lauderdale. You can find out about them on Instagram at Black Market MIA. Geez, that sounds like it for me. How about you?
Before you keep going, repeat where they can find you on Instagram, because when you did it, it literally bleeped out and went, Meh.
Oh, at Auntie_Maim.
There you go.
That's MAIM. And in the next few weeks, we'll talk about it later, but I'll be starting to do a online TV show, also, which I'll give out more details in the future. How about you, Mims? I just wanted to see that face. You're like,
hey, y'all.
Me, mention me.
I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You may know me for my voice acting abilities on You Slay Me.
We're going to get that Audie Award.
You can find me on Twitter at Divine Miss Mims. You can find this podcast on Twitter at You Slay Me Pod. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know we have a Patreon?
What?
You go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, and throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know we have another podcast?
Huh.
It's called Baking Sugar. It's a Design Win podcast. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts. Hey, Maim.
You're so ready to go. You're ready to go.
I'm tired.
Yes.
Did you know that we have some merchandise?
Yes, I did.
I
heard that from somebody.
At MaimSandMaim.com.
Jesus.
Hey, Maim.
No, please don't.
Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
So why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
It's almost creepy now. Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.